Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. So as per usual, the timestamps will be in the description bar below as well as the comments. So let's just get started here. Okay, so starting off with Aries. Person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have the Fool card on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Hermit. Some of you could be thinking of a Virgo. You have someone here who could be very introverted, or they are someone who usually keeps to themselves. So there could be a little bit of a discreet kind of energy about them, or it's just someone who's like a very private person. But I do see that they're gaining some sort of courage or feeling very courageous about moving towards you. So it could be new love where someone is trying to pursue you, or it could be someone who is speaking to you, but they're wanting this connection to go in a new direction. Okay, how is this person feeling about Aries? You could be dealing with the Gemini. We have the Lovers, and we have Taurus energy as well. Wow. So this is someone who's wanting to pursue a higher level of commitment here. This could be a week where there are discussions about possibly, it could be your values. It could be something pertaining to, religious factors or cultural factors, but some sort of an important discussion pertaining to a commitment or how to work towards that. With the Lovers being the first card in their feelings, this is someone who feels very, very deeply and intensely towards you. They are trying to figure out why the both of you have crossed paths. They feel like there's a deeper reasoning as to why you guys are connecting with each other. There could be something that feels very different about this connection with you, possibly even feeling like they haven't experienced something like this before. But with the Lovers and the Hierophant, I'm strongly getting like a very important discussion about a commitment or how to work towards that. Someone here could be a teacher, or there's something here that this person is learning from you, whether you're aware of this or not. The Moon. Yeah, this could be someone who usually keeps to themselves, or there's a very discreet energy about this individual where it's like they are being open or they are expressing their emotions to you, but there could be a side of them that they're feeling a little uncomfortable about, or they're taking their time with opening up here. Because as much as I see it as someone who is wanting to pursue you, taking things very seriously, or seeing the potential in what the both of you could build together, there is a bit of a hidden energy. Now, with the Moon card, it could also be read as someone who feels that there is a lot in the unknown, right? So if this is something that's fairly new, then that could be the reason why, where it's like they want to get to know you on a deeper level. They want to know more about not just you as a person, but how you guys would work together in a connection. So this person does have a lot of questions, but it seems to me in the current energy, they feel many of those questions are going unanswered, or there's a lot in the unknown. You could be dealing with the Pisces. Wow, the Moon and the Sun, the Lovers, the Hierophant. Wow. So all 4 cards so far, Major Arcana. This is someone who's viewing you as their other half, but there's like, because I'm thinking of how to explain this without it sounding confusing. It's like this person feels, yes, you guys have met for a reason, but they may also feel that you guys have a purpose together. For others of you, they are wanting to build or create something with you, and that is something they're going to open up about. There may be a part of this person that they are not comfortable with, but connecting with you is making them feel more comfortable within themselves, or opening that door that they've kept shut for so long. They definitely feel like you're their other half, but the sun and the moon is also two very different energies. So this person feels that you balance them out in a way. It's like it could be a void that I'm picking up on, or someone who genuinely feels like, okay, there are certain things that I'm learning from Aries, or Aries and I are nothing alike, but we come together in a very beautiful way, almost like opposites attract. The Three of Cups. This person could be wanting to take you out. Three of Cups could also be, a gathering or hanging out with you guys. You guys could have some sort of mutual friends. But I do feel like this person wants to take you out, be more in a social setting here. And really what I see is they want to get to know you on a deeper level, but they also want to have more experiences with you. So if you guys are conversing and making plans, but the plans aren't, they're falling through, or they're not going according to what you guys are thinking or planning, etc. It's like they want to experience more with you, or they want something to feel more tangible between the both of you. Someone here could have a stutter, okay? Or there's something about like stumbling over their words, or some sort of difficulty in communication. Four of Pentacles. There could be some sort of a financial goal that this person is working towards. So they could be in a space of, budgeting or saving up for something here. But I feel like this person's main concern is having something very stable with you. Wanting to build something with you on a firm foundation, or a stable foundation here. And with the Four of Pentacles, it does touch on structure, but it could also be an energy of feeling like you don't have enough or know enough. And it is clarifying the moon card there. So I feel like this is someone who, has questions. They feel like there's more that they need to know. This could be someone who feels like they're lacking in one department when it comes to, and that may be something that comes to mind when they take a commitment with you into consideration, or when they think about wanting to pursue a commitment with you. And we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I definitely see an emotional confession that's going to make you very happy. You're going to know where you stand with this person, because not only are they emotionally confessing their current feelings towards you, but I feel like this is also someone who is telling you what they are planning for the future, or the potential that they see between the both of you. This person definitely wants to spend more time with you, I will say that. With the Five of Cups, they could have recently completed a very tough cycle, or there's something about their past that they're not wanting to revisit or relive, right? So with the Queen of Cups, it could be a heart-to-heart conversation, but the Five of Cups could be some sort of disappointment that this person experienced in the past, and hoping that this time around, the both of you can work something out. Even if they have faced disappointment in their past and it has nothing to do with you, they're just hoping that the situation with you does not go as their past situations have. Because there's something of their past that they really regret, and they feel very disappointed by that. Ace of Cups, yeah. I actually see this as very positive, because it's an emotional confession followed by someone who wants to, pursue you or build with you, and they have a higher level of commitment on their mind. This seems to me that it's a very deep connection where the both of you are learning a lot about each other, but you're also learning a lot from each other. It's something about almost like two puzzle pieces fitting together. You guys may be very different, because I do see with the Lovers that it's two very different energies coming together, but it's the both of you are also very attracted to each other because of that, is what I'm seeing here. And I'm strongly getting that this is an offer that's going to make you very happy. This may be someone who is taking their time with opening up, but it's because of their past experiences. They don't want to do anything impulsive, or they don't want anything to lead to, feeling disappointed or resulting in some form of disappointment here. And I'm strongly getting that they're really wanting to tell you how they feel about you, where they stand or what they want for the future, but there could also be a very important discussion when it comes to, lifestyle, your lifestyle or theirs, or the values that you guys share, or maybe values that you guys, disagree with. This could be cultural factors or religious factors, but there's going to be a very important discussion that occurs because this person wants to take that into consideration, or wants to communicate about that very thing prior to moving into a commitment here. So I do see someone who really wants to get to know you on a deeper level, and they most certainly feel like they met you for a reason. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Taurus. Okay, Taurus, let's see. Okay, so we have the Judgment on the bottom of the deck here. Some of you could be thinking of a Scorpio. And we have the Moon card, Piscean energy. It seems to me, Taurus, that this is someone who's wanting something to progress much more quickly than it is. There's a very strong energy of feeling impatient or wanting something to happen sooner. With the Judgment as well as the Moon card, there could also be something that is being divinely orchestrated when it comes to this connection. So this could be read as like changes going on behind the scenes, and obviously changes that are not visible to the both of you in the current moment. But I'm strongly getting like someone who wants to see progress, or it's like wanting something to take off or happen, sooner or at a faster pace than it currently is. The Judgment and the Moon could also be someone making a change, but they are keeping it to themselves. So they're moving in silence. How is this person feeling about Taurus? Two of Swords, okay. And the Hermit. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. What I see with the Two of Swords and the Hermit is, yes, someone making a change, keeping it to themselves, but I also see that this is someone who is trying to figure something out about you on their own, but it's leaving them, or it's resulting in them feeling more confused. Because with the Two of Swords being the first card in their feelings, there's definitely something that they don't see, that they're not seeing clearly. So it could be a week where they feel like they're having a hard time kind of maneuvering through some sort of illusions. But the other thing, or the other thing that's coming out here is with the Two of Swords, this could also be someone who's having a hard time seeing how they could approach something differently in comparison to how they have always, approached it. So whether it's how do I talk to Taurus, or how do I find a solution, they're having a hard time seeing how something could be done differently. There's a lack of clarity when it comes to specifically that with the Two of Swords. And I will say, guys, like with the Hermit, this person could be in a period of solitude, or they could be, facing some sort of difficulties on their own, but there's also a lot of wisdom that they're gaining, or a lot that they're learning about you that they may have misunderstood in the past here. Okay, the Chariot. Some of you could be dealing with the Cancer. Yeah, this is wanting forward movement, wanting progress, but there's almost like a little bit of a, I don't want to say a pushy energy, but it is someone who's growing impatient, or they're feeling an urgency to get something off the ground here. Whether it's they have been anticipating something for a very long time, whether they feel like there's constant delays when it comes to the connection between the both of you. It's like, I really want to get this off the ground, or I really am tired of this stagnant energy, and I'm getting that persistently. I'm also seeing here with the Chariot as well as the Hermit, there's some sort of clarity that they're gaining when it comes to you and when it comes to this connection, which is helping them move on from some form of regret that they have, or disappointment. So if something did not work out between the both of you in the past, just as a generic example, that could be something that they were holding on to, but because of this clarity that's coming in, they're able to release that or let go of that and move forward. Because there's definitely some sort of frustration that this person has been holding on to, and it's also been weighing them down. The Page of Cups. I see a message. This could obviously be like a text message. It could be a phone call. But again, you know, I do feel like there are some sort of illusions this person's having a hard time seeing past. In the Page of Cups, the fish there is symbolic for your imagination. So what this person is trying to differentiate is the reality of the situation versus the reality of the situation in their mind. There are certain things that they're thinking. There are certain things that are making sense to them mentally, but they're not really 100% sure because it's just what's going on for them mentally and emotionally. So this could be someone who wants some sort of confirmation from you, or they're wanting clarity on where you stand. They're definitely very much up in their head about you this week, Taurus, although there's a lot of things that may not be true that they're thinking of, even if it's like assumptions that they're jumping to, because I'm strongly getting illusions that this person's having a hard time seeing past, and I'm persistently getting that as well. The Star card. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius, wanting to heal, you know, or heal something in this connection, wanting things to flow and not wanting it to feel like it's being forced, or not wanting things to feel very complicated is what I see here. With the Star card, I think something this person is realizing is what the both of you share is very rare. It's very special. They could be comparing it to this connection with you to other connections in their life, and there's something that really stands out about the connection that the both of you share. Ten of Wands. Yeah, there's something here that's weighing this person down, or it has been for a very long time, and they're ready to move forward. It's almost like a weight being lifted off of their shoulders, someone addressing an issue or something that was bothering them for a very long time instead of running from it. And Ten of Wands is, you know, an ending, but it's usually an ending or completion after a very burdensome or draining energy. So they have been carrying this, weight for a very long time, even if it's like a thinking pattern. Maybe it's another situation in their life. It's something they've been tolerating for a very long time, but they're very tired of it now, which is why, you know, it's coming to an end with the Ten of Wands. Eight of Wands. So a lot of back and forth communication here. I also feel this person is like manifesting an opportunity to bump into you, or there's a specific outcome that they're manifesting when it comes to this connection with the Eight of Wands and the Star card. That could be an energy of like wishing, hoping. It could obviously be, you know, an energy of manifesting, but there's a lot of wishing and fantasizing, and this is what I want with Taurus, or feeling very stuck in visions of the both of you together. I definitely feel like when this person, or even if you're already conversing with them as you're watching my read, you're definitely going to receive clarity on where they stand. You're going to see that this person feels like you are very special to them, and you're going to see that they really value this connection here as well. Ten of Swords. Yeah. It seems to me, Taurus, that there's like a completion or the ending of a cycle going on for this person in their personal life. But it's almost like a much needed ending for a desired new beginning here, right? So something they've been dabbling in, or something that they've been investing their energy in, or a very heavy weight that they've been holding on to that has somehow been impacting their ability to pursue a connection with you, is something that they're releasing. Seven of Cups. What's a Seven of Cups? The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're definitely receiving clarity from this person. I feel like with the Seven of Cups, they could be viewing you as exploring your options, or not wanting to put all your eggs in one basket. But this could also be a strong energy of someone, again, Seven of Cups touches on illusions, but it could also be someone who regrets, not making a firm decision in the past. Page of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. So this person is taking quite some time when it comes to figuring out how to communicate with you or what to say, but I still see them reaching out. Even if it seems very out of the blue, it's communication that they were planning for quite some time here. Okay? So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Moon card. Someone is very protective over you or over this connection. But I could also read this as there could be something that this person is feeling very defensive about this week, where it's a very discreet or kind of like withdrawn energy, where they're maybe not communicating with you, but they're not really communicating to others about this connection either. There could be something that feels very discreet or secretive about this connection. And Seven of Wands, either a very defensive energy or something is causing this person to feel like they are on guard. You could be dealing with the Pisces. Okay, how is this person feeling about Gemini? Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. It seems to me, Gemini, that someone is wondering, how did the both of you end up here? This could be someone that you were in a higher level of commitment with, or that is something that is still on their mind, with the Ten of Pentacles being the first card in their feelings. But with the Two of Swords, there's a lack of clarity or a lot of confusion in the situation as of currently, where it's like they may have a lot of questions about where this connection is headed. They could be revisiting, past memories, or feeling like, how was something that felt so stable at one point, turn into something that feels very confusing in the now. Really a question of, how did we get here, or how did we end up here? Two of Swords could also be this person feeling like there was something that was very repetitive in this connection, and because it was not being altered, it could have led to an emotional gap between the both of you, or just calling the connection off as a whole. Because a Two of Swords could be when there's, something is repetitive, or you're having a hard time seeing how something could play out differently. The Queen of Pentacles. There's something here that the both of you created together that they're reminded of, or they really value. So whether it's you guys have created a life together, whether it's you guys have children together, or there is, a business or shared assets, there's something here that you guys have created together, and it seems to me that it's tangible. Maybe some of you lived together or have in the past with the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, and that's something that they're, reminded of this week. That's something that they value strongly, is what I'm seeing here. But with the Two of Swords in the middle, they feel like, if something continues to, or if a pattern is persistent, then it's going to be hard for the both of you to have something stable together. For others of you, I could also read it as this person feeling like finances or someone's financial situation somehow got in the way of this connection here. The Chariot, Cancerian energy, and the Seven of Swords. There could be some sort of dishonesty that is really stressing this person out. And Seven of Swords doesn't always have to be dishonesty. It could also be strategy, where this person is wanting something to work out between the both of you, but there's also some sort of strategy involved, or some sort of strategy behind their communication here. It seems to me that there's something here this person is in denial about, or they're just plain out just not wanting to think about it, like a very avoidant energy. I'm strongly getting that with the Seven of Swords, the Chariot, and the Two of Swords. Like, I don't want to think about that. Let's just move on from that, or suppressing something that feels very difficult to deal with emotionally and mentally. And I'm not saying that it's just going to disappear, or it doesn't come to mind for this person, but I do see them actively trying to avoid thinking about it or feeling the emotions that are correlated with that situation or event here. Which, again, seems to me that it could be dishonesty or some sort of guilt that this person is harboring. The World card. This could be a long distance union, or someone here could travel for work, but they're definitely feeling the distance between the both of you. A part of them feels they need to let a cycle close out or let things happen the way that they're supposed to. But a part of them wants to take control, or they don't want to give up on what you guys have created together. Because like I said, that is something that they value. But it's almost like wanting a new start, but failing to accept something that is bothering them, or not fully allowing themselves to feel, you know, their emotions, whether it's sorrow, whether it's anger, whether it's frustration here. And especially for the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords to come out in the challenge position, it's like this is what they're feeling challenged by. This is what they're, there's there's some form of dishonesty that's impacting them, or this is someone who has a guilty conscience, but because they're not addressing it, they're not seeing progress. Or it could be that they want to, you know, reach out to you and they want to solve something here. But even if it's, you know, it's not something that's brought up initially, it's going to come up eventually. It's not something that's just going to disappear forever if they stop thinking about it. And that is something that's mentally impacting them as well. Two of Pentacles could be this person juggling or trying to maintain a lot at once. Six of Pentacles. I do see this person in a very generous energy in terms of wanting to invest in you, wanting to invest in this connection here. But there's something else that their energy is going towards as well. Even if it's like their career or work, they are feeling very drained with the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. It's a strong energy of wanting something but not knowing if they're able to maintain it. So this could be someone who wants to reconcile with you, or they want to build with you because they don't want to give up on what you guys have created together. But it seems to me that they want to make more time here as well. As I was saying, guys, sorry about that, but it seems to me that they also want to make more time as well, or be able to maintain that. So in the past, it could be that they were unable to maintain this connection with you because of their career. Maybe they felt very overworked, or there was a lot on their plate, many different responsibilities that they had to take care of. But it's someone who wants to pursue something stable with you. They don't want to give up on this connection. But they also want to make sure that they're able to maintain the connection with you where you don't feel neglected. So there could have been a conversation about you feeling neglected, or feeling like you don't have this person's undivided attention. Maybe feeling like you were giving to this connection more than you were receiving from it. Because there is a concern about neglect here. The Emperor. I see this person taking, you know, initiative. So it could be that they're reaching out to you if you're already conversing with them. I do feel like this is someone who's going to let you know that they want to find, you know, a solution here. They want to, you know, rebuild. But something that's standing out to me, guys, is they're not necessarily addressing some form of dishonesty or guilt that they feel. Right? Even if you're aware of what it is, Gemini, I'm strongly getting that the both of you are thinking about it, but it's like no one is bringing it up, at least not initially. There's something here that's very difficult for this person to speak about, but in order to see a change or turn over a new leaf, it will be something that resurfaces while you guys are conversing, even if it doesn't happen right away. Okay? So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Let's see. The person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. So we have the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Six of Cups. This could definitely be a past lover that is returning with the Six of Cups. But with the Queen of Cups, I'm strongly getting that it's someone who is really like in their feelings about you this week, really missing you. And they are viewing you to be in like a very nurturing energy. Or that is something that they could be reminded of when you were very nurturing in this situation here. But I do see that it's someone that you have history with the Six of Cups. And it's a strong energy of missing you also. The Six of Cups could be a bit of a nostalgic energy. Okay, how is this person feeling about Cancer? Seven of Swords. The Five of Wands. This could be someone who feels like they were very dishonest with you, or there's something here going on in their environment in the current moment that they're not being open about. Like Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands, I mean, this could be conflict, whether it's within their social group, whether it's, you know, family members, but it's something in their environment that is causing them to feel powerless. And with the Seven of Swords, there's definitely something here that they're not being transparent about. This could also be someone who's trying to figure you out, but they're feeling very conflicted. There could be something here that they're, you know, assuming about you, or an energy of jumping to assumptions as well. The Judgment. Divine intervention, or feeling like something happened the way that it was supposed to. So there's a change that occurred in this dynamic that this person feels like they have no control over. Kind of like that was going to happen regardless, and there's nothing I could have done to change that. But there's this is someone who's feeling very conflicted, someone who could even feel very frustrated about something that they want to change, but feeling like it's not up to them to make that change, right? Because with the Five of Wands, there's definitely something here that they feel very powerless about, or they feel like it's out of their control. The Ten of Cups. The Lovers. So this is someone who feels deeply connected to you. There's a lot of attraction. There could be something about this connection that feels very destined to be. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini. But the Lovers also boils down to needing to make a decision. And the Ten of Cups is clarifying the Seven of Swords. So this person could have been in another connection, or connecting or feeling tied to another situation while connecting with you. Because the Five of Wands, Ten of Cups, Seven of Swords, that could be external influences or someone else or another energy that's in the picture while the both of you were connecting here. And the Seven of Swords being the first card in their feelings, you know, it does touch a lot on, or there's a huge emphasis on the dishonesty in this connection here. And that is something that's impacting them. But the Ten of Cups is almost like a connection that's very secretive, or there are a lot of secrets in the connection, right? So if this person was connected elsewhere and they weren't telling you that, or maybe they were connecting with you, but they weren't publicizing the connection with you, there's a very secretive energy here that's coming through. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. The Seven of Cups. So heavy Scorpion energy, but the Seven of Cups is, you know, emotional confusion. This could also be someone who feels like they were keeping their options open in the past. And Five of Wands and the Seven of Cups could also be someone who feels like there's some sort of competition when it comes to getting towards you, or getting to you, or pursuing a connection with you. Whether it's they feel you're exploring your options, or you're dabbling in something new and it could be visible to them. And the Seven of Cups is also an energy of like daydreaming, right? It could be fantasizing. It's like trying to figure you out, but there's something here they're not seeing clearly. Queen of Swords, okay. The Ten of Swords. So this person feels like another connection or another situation needs to come to an end in order to, or it needed to come to an end in order for the both of you to have something successful together, or create something successful together. But with the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords, they're viewing you as someone who feels betrayed or hurt, and they feel like your back is turned towards the situation. So some of you may feel when this person had the opportunity to change something, they did not. But I do see them thinking about it, but they feel like there's either a lack of interest on your end, or they feel a very cold and detached energy. Kind of like Cancer took a really long time to make a decision, but they made a decision and it feels very finalized. Five of Swords. So Five of Swords being the closing card and Seven of Swords being the opening card in their feelings kind of tells me all I need to know. Just someone who's feeling very, very conflicted, feeling like there's a lot that they've hidden or we're not transparent about. And there's also certain things that they could be assuming about you, or about what's going on when it comes to your end, or what you're dabbling in as well. They do feel like you're upset with them. They are acknowledging that it has been a very painful ending, but they still feel very conflicted. You are someone that they're still thinking about, still feeling connected to. And the way that things ended is causing them to feel very uneasy. Yes, they could want to reveal some sort of truth on their end, but they also have some sort of questions for you as well. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Leo. Okay, Leo. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Ten of Wands. Someone, it could be questioning your interest, okay? Or they are viewing you as growing impatient with the situation here. So even if it's someone that you're conversing with, they feel like you're not as invested as you once were, or there's some sort of an energetic shift that is visible to them. Whether it's you're not speaking to them as consistently, whether it's, you know, the tone, or you know, you're not speaking to them and referring to them the way that you used to. Like there's some sort of a shift in your energy that is visible to them. Okay, how is this person feeling about Leo? The Tower, Scorpion energy, Piscean energy, High Priestess. This person feels like, I could read this as a wake-up call, but initially what I was getting here is they feel like they were not prepared for an ending, or something happened very unexpectedly between the both of you. Now, what's interesting is even though they feel like it was unexpected, there were certain signs or certain things that were coming up for them that they were choosing to ignore. So a part of them feels like it was unexpected, but a part of them feels if they weren't ignoring the signs when it was visible to them, they could have avoided some sort of a disaster here. So whether it's something you were persistently communicating to them, but they weren't taking it seriously, whether it's something they had a gut feeling about, but they were, you know, not trusting their gut here. This person could have also felt that they had more time to figure something out with you. But it's a very strong energy of, you know, things happen so quickly, or I was not prepared for this and I should have trusted my gut, or I should have been paying attention to the signs when I was receiving them. I should have taken things a little more seriously. So part of this person could also feel like they have, you know, mishandled this situation, or there's like something that's causing them to feel a bit kind of like they were careless about it in the past. The Ace of Wands. What's the Tower? The Eight of Wands. So I see incoming communication. I also feel with the Eight of Wands, that could be an energy of someone who's quite literally manifesting a specific outcome between the both of you. Even if it's like manifesting an opportunity to bump into you, to communicate with you. Eight of Wands is not just a card of communication, it's a card of, you know, manifestation. There could be some sort of travel plans that this person is making, specifically for those of you that are in a long distance union. But I also feel with the Eight of Wands clarifying the Tower, there could have been something here that you communicated to this person. Maybe you were very blunt about it, but they were not expecting it from you. I don't really see it as negative. I just see it as, okay, I did not expect to hear that, or I did not feel like I was prepared to respond to that. Seven of Cups. You have someone here who's receiving a persistent sign about you or this connection, but there's something here that they don't trust about it, or there's still a level of confusion with the Seven of Cups. This could be someone who feels like they were keeping their options open, or there were a lot of mixed signals in this connection, but there's something about feeling like they had more time to figure something out or work something out with you, and then, it playing out in the total opposite way where it's just a very unexpected ending here. Queen of Pentacles. Someone who does want to invest in you. They see the potential in this connection here. It could be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And there is a desire for a new beginning. The Queen of Pentacles is clarifying the Ace of Wands. But there's also a level of confusion or something that is not being revealed in the current moment here. What's the Eight of Wands? The Two of Swords. They have a lot of questions about the future of this connection here. I feel like with the Two of Swords, it's also a strong energy of knowing that something needs to change. In order for you guys to focus on the bigger picture or work towards something that feels different from what you guys have experienced in the past, they feel like something needs to be approached in a different way. And I'm strongly getting, guys, like Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, they did not see something coming. Some sort of communication from you, or even just whether it's you've communicated something to this person and it was followed by not speaking to them, right? It could be something that feels very sudden, but maybe for you it's not sudden because it's something you've been planning for some time, or it's something that has been bothering you for quite some time here, but they feel very blindsided by it, or just like they weren't prepared for it. And I'm getting that persistently. The Lovers, some of you could be dealing with the Gemini. This is someone who feels very connected to you, but I will say with the Lovers and the Seven of Cups, that could be a very intense connection, although a decision is not being made. Even if it's, one person needing to choose to, relocate, if it's like a long distance union, there's usually a very important decision there, and it needs to be made in order for a connection to actually take off. So this person feels like they feel very connected to you, but they may feel like there was a lack of stability here because a decision wasn't being made. This is someone who feels very intensely towards you, but they may feel like there were other energies, in the picture here, or it's someone who is being very indecisive, plain and simple here. The Queen of Cups. What's the Queen of Cups? The Ten of Cups. So what they want is to work towards something more stable. This is someone who's acknowledging that they still feel connected to you. But I will say that they also strongly feel like something needs to change. So they need to change their approach, or something needs to be done in a new manner. But with the Lovers and the Seven of Cups, they also feel like a firm decision needs to be made. Even if it's someone that you were connecting with, but you guys kept things casual, right? This time around, it could be they're actually wanting something stable. They're not wanting to explore other options. And even though they feel very connected to you, I will say with the Seven of Cups being there in the challenge position, this person does feel like there were a lot of mixed signals between the both of you, and they could be wanting clarity on that as well. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Virgo. Okay, Virgo. So let's see the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Magician. Seems to me that this is someone who's manifesting an opportunity to either bump into you or communicate with you, but in the current energy, it seems very indirect. So they are manifesting an opportunity to speak to you, but I think that there's a bit of spying going on. Or this could be someone who does admire you, but is admiring you from afar. The Page of Swords could be, a very curious energy, although it's not necessarily someone who is being, direct with you or communicating their curiosity with you. It's like trying to figure something out about you, but not necessarily through you. Okay, how is this person feeling about Virgo? So we have the Seven of Pentacles. They're very analytical of this connection this week, and we have it followed by the Five of Cups. Okay, yeah. Very analytical or in a very observant energy when it comes to you. I think with the Seven of Pentacles, there's a strong energy of analyzing the connection and asking themselves if it's going to be worth the investment moving forward. This is someone who feels like the both of you have attained, something together. They do see the progress, but they also see where there's room for improvement. And with the Five of Cups, there could be something that they're regretting, whether it's their lack of investment when they had the opportunity to do so, or it could be someone who feels like they should have done, or they could be doing a little more in the current moment. But the Five of Cups, I do see it as regret, and there's something pertaining to the past between the both of you that they still feel like they're dwelling in. All right, so it could be regret about some form of communication, like I said a minute ago, lack of investment, but they are revisiting that, and it is causing them to feel a level of sorrow here. This could also be someone who's really missing you, right? I did sense that they're watching you from a distance, or it is someone who's keeping tabs on you, but maybe the communication is not as consistent. I do see it as, someone who's really missing you with the Five of Cups. Nine of Swords. There's also a lot of worry that this person feels, or there's a bit of an anxious energy associated with thinking about the future of this connection. This is a week where they're definitely thinking about you quite a bit. They may even be overthinking a situation. But Nine of Swords is when you're stressed out or worried or feeling anxious. It's not the most solution-oriented energies. So I feel, this person is thinking about, the situation with you, but there's more regret here, or there's more of a focus on something that has already happened. Eight of Swords. There could be some sort of mental restrictions that they feel, and like I said, whether it's them overthinking or feeding into their pessimistic thoughts, Eight of Swords is mental restriction, so it could even be someone who's in their own way. Right? So something seems a lot more complex for this person mentally, even if the reality of the situation is that it's not as complicated. Two of Cups. This is someone who still feels very, very deeply or intensely towards you. This person feels like they're in love with you with the Two of Cups. But the Two of Cups is clarifying the Five of Cups. There's something here in the past pertaining to a conversation, and this person feels like your perspective has changed on them. You're viewing them in a different light. And yes, this person feels very connected to you, but there's something of the past where they wish that they could have a redo. And I'm specifically getting it's something that they communicated here. Nine of Swords is being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So someone who wants to work towards a commitment. And I feel like they want to pick up the broken pieces and fix something here because they're viewing you as, not just having history with you, but with the Seven of Pentacles, I did mention as I opened this spread, this is someone who feels that you guys have attained a lot together. And that could be the reason why they're having a very hard time letting go and they still feel very deeply towards you. They are wanting things to feel more stable. The both of you could have spoken about, trend or moving into a higher level of commitment or maybe even marriage at one point. But wanting things to be built on a stable foundation. I just see that there's something here that they're telling themselves that is, causing me to believe that they're in their own way here, especially with that Nine of Swords and Eight of Swords in their feelings. Two of Swords, something that they're not seeing clearly. Now, Two of Swords could be this person having a hard time seeing how things could be different between the both of you, or just having a difficult time seeing the bigger picture. They may, for example, know that they want to reconnect with you or speak to you this week, but when it comes to where is this connection headed, or where are we going to be 3 months from now or 6 months from now, I definitely see it as feeling a bit confused, or there's a lack of clarity in the situation they feel. Ace of Pentacles. What's the Ten of Pentacles? The Three of Pentacles. So I see this person offering you something stable so that you guys can have a new start. The Ace of Pentacles is usually a very stable offer, something you would want to accept. It's usually, and then alongside with the Three of Pentacles, it's someone who wants to work together. There could be a mutual agreement that they want to come to prior to speaking about, you know, a connection or a commitment here, I should say, because the connection exists, but there is something that this person feels like you guys need to discuss or come to a mutual agreement on prior to moving into a higher level of commitment here. And I'm strongly getting that they may have questions as well, because the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Two of Swords could be someone who's up in their mind trying to figure things out on their own, but there may be assumptions or certain conclusions that they're coming to that are not necessarily the truth. And the reason for that is because they could feel very bombarded by their thoughts, or they're just up in their mind where they're not seeing something clearly. And it could also be an energy of needing like another perspective in order to see something in a different light. So I do feel like this person could also possibly have questions for you guys. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Libra. Okay, Libra. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Moon card. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces. Someone is feeling very hurt, or they are a lot more hurt and bothered than they are letting on, because I see a level of hurt, but I also feel like it's very hidden, or there's something very discreet about it. So this person could feel very torn when it comes to the situation with you, or there's something in particular that they're feeling very hurt by. But with the Moon card, they could be someone who's not showing you their emotions, or there's some sort of like a mask or a shield when it comes to their heart, or showing you how they really feel. How does this person feel about Libra? The Strength card and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this is someone who feels very deeply towards you, because the Strength card does touch on very deep emotions, but it's a withdrawn energy, specifically with the Five of Pentacles. So this is someone that you're not, most likely not speaking to at all. And if you are speaking to them, it's, you know, very limited conversations, maybe even surface level, because there's a lot of hurt that this person is hiding from you. They're torn about the situation, and they're thinking about you quite a bit, but they're not showing this on the external. With the Strength card, some of you could be dealing with the Leo, but with the Five of Pentacles as well, this is someone who feels like an outsider in your life. There could be something that they're going through financially, or something that has changed when it comes to their stability. But again, it's a very secretive energy, or keeping it under wraps. There may even be something here that this person feels very ashamed of or embarrassed about. The World card. This could also be someone who's at a distance from you. The World card could represent physical distance. But I'm strongly getting someone who feels like they need to accept that something is over, but it's deeply impacting them. They're trying to come off very nonchalant. This person could do a very good job at hiding their emotions, or if it's someone that you see on a day-to-day basis, they could have like a poker face here, because that is the energy that's coming through. But I do feel like it's, you know, an ending, or not having access to you is deeply impacting them, but they feel like they need to allow things to happen the way that they should, or something happened for a reason and they need to accept it. But it doesn't change the fact that they still feel very hurt by it. Or an ending in this connection could have also caused an ending in another area of this person's life. or the ending of this connection could have impacted this person's stability. Six of Swords, trying to move to calmer waters, trying to heal from something or let go of, negative thoughts or move away from something mentally. Okay. For some of you, you could have been in like a live-in situation with this person and they could be physically relocating. But I strongly feel like they're trying their best to let go of the hurt or move away from something mentally, but it feels very, very difficult for them to do this week. And with the Strength card and the Six of Swords, there could even be something that they're refusing to feel or refusing to think about. So not necessarily like in a state of denial, even if they are accepting a situation for what it is, there could be something here that they're doing to kind of numb their emotions or not pay attention to them. The Four of Swords, yeah. Six of Swords and Four of Swords giving me a strong energy of someone who's trying to heal or allow things to, like, it's like there's an energy of releasing control. As much as this person wants to, do something in terms of communicating with you or breaking the silence because they're really missing you with the Five of Pentacles, there's a very withdrawn energy where they feel they need to allow something to just unfold. And there's even a strong energy of surrendering. There's a part of this person that could feel very defeated as well when it comes to finding a solution. And they may feel like they need to move away for the time being or in order to see something clearly. Yep. Five of Pentacles, and then we have the Two of Cups. So someone who feels like they're still in love with you, but you guys are in a period of separation, or they feel like they can't reach out to you. There could be something here that this person really wants to tell you, or they want to reach out to you, but they're having a hard time putting it into words. I feel like, they're really impacted on a mental level, but they're having a hard time showing that to you or expressing it to you. And with the Two of Cups, they still feel very deeply towards you. They still feel the connection with you, even though you guys are in a period of separation here. Eight of Wands, wow. And the Knight of Pentacles. So this person is, going to be reaching out with the Eight of Wands, but with the Knight of Pentacles, it could be after a period of stagnation, or they're taking their time with figuring out what to say. It's not necessarily an urgency here that this person has. It's more about thinking about something thoroughly before, or instead of doing something impulsively. They do want to speak to you, but they don't want to say the wrong thing, or they don't want to make the situation worse than it currently is. So it could be that, there is some sort of waiting game that progresses, or, maybe even just a period of stagnation, like I said, where things are at a standstill, and then this person decides to reach out here. Two of Cups and the Page of Wands. They're not giving up. They don't want to let go, but in the current energy, they do feel they need to let go in order to see something clearly, or they need to allow a cycle to close out, even if it is in order to have a new beginning here. So there's a sense of control that this person is releasing this week, a strong energy of surrendering. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Ace of Wands. What I see is something new or exciting, okay, or someone new or exciting coming into your life after maybe dealing with something very difficult here. Because the Ten of Wands is the end of a cycle, but, or the Tens in general speak about completion, but the Ace of Wands is something that's new, even if it is someone from your past or someone that you have history with. It seems like you guys could be turning over a new leaf here, or that is what this person is desiring. But it's like a new beginning after a very, tough ending here, or finally letting go of something that may even feel like dead weight. So let's see. How is this person feeling about Scorpio? Ace of Cups, okay, and we have it followed by The Four of Swords. For many of you, this could be new love. I'm going to, clarify here, but with the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords, someone feels very restless because they feel an urgency to approach you or to pursue things with you. Like with the Four of Swords, this could be someone who spends a lot of time in solitude, but there's like intuitively, I'm picking up on an urgency. So whether it's someone who feels like they've spent a lot of time thinking about you, but they feel like they haven't done enough, or they haven't been in a very action-oriented energy, I could be picking up on that. But I'm strongly getting wanting to offer you their cup of love. They see a lot of potential with you. And there's something here that you're waking this person up to, like whether it's someone who's, like I said, been on their own for a very long time and they're wanting to open up their heart again. There's something that feels very new or refreshing about your energy, and there is excitement here, but they're dealing with things cautiously. Very detail oriented, or they could be asking you very specific questions this week because there is more that they're trying to figure out about you or wanting to know you on a deeper level. The Lovers. Wow. So even though this is something that's fairly new, they feel a very intense connection with you. They may have not expected to develop feelings for you as quick as they have. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, but they feel they've met you for a reason, and the both of you mesh very well together. There could be, like, you guys could have similar values, or there are certain things that you guys agree on, but those very things mean a lot to this person. But there's something about connecting with you, or this connection that they feel, it's a strong energy of, I feel like this is destined to be. The Empress, wow. So they see a lot of potential between the both of you. Some of you may have children of your own, or they admire how you take care of, your children here. But if that's not the case, it could just be how nurturing you are, how caring you are, the way that you carry yourself. They are viewing you as the entire package. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. And I'm strongly seeing the potential, wanting to grow or build something with you, but they feel like, for example, if they've been observing from afar or they've been admiring from afar, there's a level of urgency to actually pursue you this week, or an urgency to initiate a conversation here. This person's also very physically attracted to you with that Empress card. The Fool. Wow. So they're going to take a leap of faith towards you. They're not really sure what the future holds, but the emotions that they feel for you, that they're feeling for you in the current moment, it's stemming from a space of, I really want to see where this can go. I really want to try and pursue things with Scorpio. It may be the physical attraction that initially drew, is what kind of drew them in, but I feel like there's more to you that they want to explore. Because the Empress is not just about physical attraction, right? There's depth there. There's potential. There's something here that this person wants to build with you. And this could be the week where they're feeling very courageous or feeling very ready to actually connect with you with the Fool card. That's like taking a leap of faith towards something you desire without really worrying about what's going to happen next, or without overanalyzing, every single little thing. The Ten of Swords. So this could be coming in for you after some sort of a painful ending. For some of you, with the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords in their feelings, this could be someone who's moving towards you, but the reason why they're not doing anything impulsively, or have been taking their time with pursuing you, could be that they were healing from something in their past. The Ten of Swords doesn't really need to be the end of a relationship. It could be, a death that someone had to face, right? It could be something else very traumatic that they had to go through in their personal life, but they were taking their time with pursuing things with you because of this ending in their life. Three of Wands. They really see a future with you. I feel like someone only has eyes for you. This is a very strong energy of, I know that Scorpio is who I want to pursue. And I think that's also why there has been an energy of this person thinking about things thoroughly, or taking their time with, pursuing you. But this is a week where, like I said, they're feeling that urgency, or that, burst of energy to actually communicate or express their feelings here. Three of Wands is also planning for the future. If this person, for example, is at a distance from you, there could be some sort of travel plans that you guys are discussing. Five of Wands. They may feel like there's some sort of competition, or they could view you as someone who's highly sought after. But with the Five of Wands, there is something here that they're doing to stand out from the rest, or there's a strong energy of wanting to prove themselves to you, right? For some of you, the reason why they could feel this urgency is they may know that you have options or there are other energies in the picture. So they don't want to view this as a missed opportunity. We have the Three of Swords, clarifying the Three of Swords, the Queen of Cups. There's something here that you are healing or helping this person heal, whether you're aware of this or not. This person could have had a broken heart for a very long time, or there's something that they experienced in their personal life that made them completely shut down as an individual. But connecting with you makes this person want to open up again. Queen of Cups, your energy, very nurturing, very caring. They could feel a lot of sympathy from you when they, are sharing some sort of a tough experience that they had to deal with. But they feel very comforted in your energy, and they feel a lot of security with you. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see. The person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have the Temperance on the bottom of the deck, which is your energy, and then we have the Nine of Wands. I'm strongly sensing like a very curious energy, like someone could be very curious about you, but there's some sort of a guard that you have up with this person, or they're having a hard time decoding you or figuring you out this week. Like I do sense the level of curiosity, but there's also a very like a blocked energy, or someone feeling very restricted, almost like they can't get through to you, or there's some sort of a guard or barrier between the both of you. Okay, how is this person feeling about Sagittarius? The Magician, okay. Followed by the Five of Swords. There's something about this person feeling very conflicted because they're not able to get through to you the way that they want to. So, it is a general reading, right? So you're going to know your situation better than I will. But it's like, for example, if you're communicating with this person, maybe there are certain things that you're picking and choosing not to share, right? Or there's something here where you're not as, or there's an energy of you not being as open as you once were. But they do feel like there's a barrier, and it's causing them to feel very mentally conflicted. There could be some form of emotional manipulation that took place in the past that this person is reminded of. But when they think of you or the situation this week, it's a very conflicting energy. It's also an energy of wanting more access to you, or wanting to be able to get through to you in a different way. But they feel a lot of blocks, and for some of you, it could even be mental restrictions that I'm picking up on. The Nine of Cups. This person views you as someone who makes them very happy. But I will say that they could feel that they've done something with selfish intent in the past, or something that they chose to do. They weren't taking your emotions or your perspective into consideration while doing that very thing. And I'm strongly getting like this person could be overindulging this week, or there's something here that they're doing to kind of cope with these emotions, or more than emotions, like the mental conflict that they feel and the anxious energy that they feel when they think of this connection with you. What's the Magician? The Justice card. Wanting to do something the right way or make something up to you. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra. So they're looking at the situation as there's a lack of balance. So yes, they want to restore balance, but something could have also just not felt very fair, or it doesn't feel fair in the current moment, even if it's something that they did not see in the past, or it wasn't visible to them in the past. In the current moment, they're seeing how they could have handled the situation differently. They're seeing how their actions could have, maybe came off a bit selfish to you. Because there's something here where it's like, okay, I did not take Sagittarius's emotions into consideration. I was only looking out for me, or I was only seeing things from my perspective. So I definitely feel like they want to do something the right way, or make something up to you here. They're starting to realize what may have not felt fair to you in this connection. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer. They're definitely wanting to see progress. They want to move forward from, a standstill energy or this conflict. And the Five of Swords could even be a disagreement that you guys recently had, where it could have kind of changed or created a shift in the dynamic between the both of you. But they're really wanting to move forward from that. They don't want that to be the reason why things continue to be at a standstill between the both of you. There's also something that they're seeing clearly about you, and something that they're finally accepting about this connection. Because a Chariot is usually progress or forward movement after some form of acceptance, right? So whether it's accepting that things are not always going to be the way that they want them to be, whether it's releasing control and knowing that something is not in their hands, and the more that they try to control it, the more that it feels like it's slipping away. Right? But there is something deeper here that this person is accepting about this connection, which is helping them in wanting to resolve a conflict or move forward from it. The Nine of Swords. This person is thinking about you quite a bit this week. And Nine of Swords could even be someone who is like losing sleep over this connection, or like loss of appetite, just not feeling like themselves. Nine of Swords and Nine of Cups, clarifying the Nine of Cups could be some sort of guilt that this person feels as well. I was being inconsiderate, or, I could have been a little bit more, or I could have handled this situation differently, or I could have been a little bit more understanding towards the opposing party. Like, that's the kind of energy that's coming through here. They feel like an outsider in your life with the Five of Pentacles. They're really missing you. And there could even be something that this person is going through financially that they're not really bringing to the forefront, that they're not really being open about. I feel like your silence is speaking volumes right now. Even if you're conversing with this person, but you're not conversing with them as much as you once were, it's deeply impacting them with the Five of Pentacles energy. It's almost a void that this person feels. Knight of Pentacles. What's the Nine of Swords? The Page of Wands. Ten of Wands. Yeah. I think that this person strongly feels that there's a barrier between the both of you. They are wanting to communicate with you, but they feel like, for one, the Ten of Wands could be read as like, with the Page of Wands, someone who feels like there's a lot of work to do, or something feels very difficult to accomplish. But there's also a very draining energy here. So this person could feel very defeated or powerless, but they're trying their best to figure something out mentally or on their own, but that could be resulting or leading to more confusion here. What's the Knight of Pentacles? The Six of Wands. So what they're wanting is a successful outcome. I feel they could even be doing something to grab your attention. But even though deep inside they want to move on from, this conflict here, the Page of Wands and the Ten of Wands and being the closing cards gives me a strong energy of someone who's having a hard time figuring out what to say or how to find a solution for something you guys are disagreeing on. And even if it is a disagreement, I'm also getting a strong energy of someone who feels like there's something here they said, or something here that they've done in the past, where they are viewing themselves to be inconsiderate in that particular moment or that situation. And that could be something that feels very frustrating for them as well. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and we have the High Priestess. Someone is viewing you as moving away from a situation or letting go, detaching with the Six of Swords. But with the High Priestess, they may also view you as someone who currently knows more than you're showing. So there could be either something, some sort of clarity that you've gained about this person, or something you were able to figure out about them or their situation here that impacted you to the point of like moving forward. But I'm getting a strong energy of viewing you as detaching, but also viewing you as figuring something out on your own or knowing more than you're showing. Okay, how is this person feeling about Capricorn? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Justice card. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. But with the Knight of Pentacles as well as the Justice card here, there's something that feels very stagnant to this person, or it's not progressing as quickly as they want it to. Okay. Very specific message. It's only going to apply to some of you, but there could be some sort of form of legal matters pertaining to this connection in some cases as well with the Justice card. But I'm strongly getting like someone who feels like things are very stagnant between the both of you, and they're not really sure how to see some sort of progress. And a part of them is viewing you as detaching, or your back is turned towards them this week. The Knight of Cups. This person may want to apologize, or they want to express their emotions to you, because the Knight of Cups could also be like an emotional confession. But what's interesting is like we have two knights here, so there's something about this connection that felt very inconsistent in the past here. And yes, it is someone who wants to move towards you, but there is a part of them that feels like it's too late. It's too late to apologize, or it's too late to find a solution here. They may also be viewing you as, you know, you're not as invested as you once were. 10 of Cups. This could be someone that you were in a higher level of commitment with. And the 4 of Cups, yeah. They're questioning your interest here. And even though the situation feels stagnant to them, I think that there's something here that they're growing impatient with, whether it's I really want to reach out to Capricorn, or I really want to see some sort of progress, but I feel like we're not on the same page. And this is someone who genuinely feels like you're not as invested as you once were, or you don't care to find a solution as much as you once have. So whether it's they're picking up on this because of the energy that you're exuding, or you could have clearly communicated to them that you're going to detach from this situation, or you're no longer going to actively try to fix something here. It could have been a pattern or something that was ongoing, and it could have also become something, or became something that you were very drained by. And what's interesting is we have the 10 of Cups clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. So they do feel that what you guys share is a very intense connection, but they also feel like, you know, there's something here where they wanted it to feel more tangible, or, you know, Knight of Pentacles could be something that's taking a very long time to get off the ground. It could be a very on and off energy, or things just moving very slowly to the point of frustration or disappointment with the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups could also be illusions, right? So there may be something that seems a lot more complex in this person's mind, and maybe the reality of it is is not as complex here. King of Wands. This person is still highly attracted to you. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And they're very determined to, you know, come forward or communicate something to you or prove something to you. But what they're not showing you is they're deeply impacted by the fact that they feel you don't feel the same way, or you don't feel for them how you once did. So they're comparing, you know, the version of you that they're getting now to maybe how you would, you know, treat this person in the past, or where the dynamic was in the past here. And yeah, they are coming off in this very determined energy, but what they're not showing you is there is a bit of doubt that they're feeling internally. The Ace of Pentacles, wanting to offer you something new, wanting to offer you something stable. But it's like, as much as this person wants to invest in this connection with you or see some sort of progress, there's a part of them that feels like there's something from the past that is going to resurface, or there's something from the past that is still bothering them. And there's also a strong energy of this person, even though they're feeling very determined, they also feel like they're acting on something when it's a little too late. Five of Pentacles, feeling like an outsider in your life, really missing you. There could also be some sort of financial changes that this person is adjusting to. The Judgment. Scorpion energy and the Magician. Wow. So this person is manifesting a new beginning with you while you guys are in a separation, or they're viewing you as completely detaching and moving forward. But they're not giving up on this connection is what I see. With the Judgment and the Magician, that could also be some sort of a very large change in this person's personal life, whether it be their living situation, whether it's something more internal that they're going through, like a wake-up call. It could even be like a period of surrendering. But they are working towards a new beginning here, or having things feel more stable between the both of you. But there is a part of them that's very doubtful, or is feeling that you are not viewing them in the same light, or you are not as invested as you once were. So there is a determined energy, but there's also a lot of worry that this person is masking. And the worry is when, they start to think about the past, or what they were unable to do in the past. This could also be a connection where this person feels, even though you guys were connecting with each other, there was something that didn't feel tangible. There was something that was just taking a very long time to get off the ground. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Fool card. Definitely see someone taking a leap of faith towards you, and they are someone who is viewing you as wish fulfillment. They could feel like connecting with you makes them very happy, but this could be something that's fairly new, or there's something that this person is doing impulsively. So if it's someone that you have history with, someone that you're, already connecting and communicating with, it could just be that there's something that they do very impulsively. But I do see it as something that will make you very happy, or some form of like an emotional confession with that Nine of Cups energy. Okay. How does this person feel about Aquarius? Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment. Wow. So there's a major shift in this dynamic, where there could be something that has changed in this person's life very recently that is, also resulting in them moving in the direction of pursuing something with you. There's like a very confident energy, but it's because they're breaking free from something. This could even be like a mindset. It could be another situation or a very toxic environment that they were in. But Wheel of Fortune is usually a positive change or turn of events, and the Judgment is like breaking free from your past or something that no longer serves you in order to go towards what you desire here. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio or another fixed sign, so an Aquarius like yourself, Taurus or a Leo. The Magician. This person is manifesting a specific outcome between the both of you. There may be something here where this person is viewing you as, or the connection with you as something that they have always thought about, or always wanted, or always deeply desired. But I'm strongly getting an energy of someone who feels they can be themselves around you, or they feel they're in this very freeing energy of, I can do what I want and I can move towards what I want because I no longer feel like something is weighing me down. Even if it's being in their own way, or someone who, lacked the confidence in the past, or there was something going on for them mentally, they could be detaching from that or rising above. Eight of Swords. Yeah. So this is someone who feels like there were a lot of mental restrictions in the way, or they feel like they were in their own way. The Eight of Swords could also be read as like, an energy of self-sabotage. but they're breaking free from that with the Wheel of Fortune. That cycle is coming to an end, and an energy of feeling stuck, or, talking yourself out of things, or over analyzing a situation here. Five of Wands. There could be something in this person's environment that they're, finally breaking free from, like I mentioned. And the Five of Wands is usually external influences, right? It could even be something that causes you to feel very powerless, but it does still impact you because it is around you. So I see them acknowledging that, letting go of it. But I will say that it's a very difficult process, or it has been for quite some time here, with the Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands. The Four of Cups. You have someone here who is waking up to what no longer serves them, A, or B, they're tired of being in a situation that no longer makes them happy. Right? Eight of Swords could be someone who feels like, I'm unhappy because I'm in my own way. I constantly talk myself out of, doing the things that I desire. This could be someone who feels connected to you, right? Hence why they're manifesting, a specific outcome between the both of you. But maybe they did not have the courage to tell you how they felt in the past or act on their emotions. But it's a very confident and freeing energy is what I feel in the current moment. Four of Cups could also touch on someone who's tired of fantasizing or dreaming about something and actually taking, some sort of action towards it with the Magician card. And there's definitely a situation in this person's environment that caused them to feel powerless for quite some time, but they're realizing that they have more power than they have more power than they think they do. Or they feel like they have some sort of control to change what they don't like or what's holding them back from pursuing something with you. The Justice card. The Five of Swords. For some of you, there could be some form of legal matters that this person was facing, and it somehow led to them having to put a pause or a hold on the connection with you. Seven of Wands, Five of Swords. Dismissing some sort of conflict or protecting themselves from, whether it's external influences or opinions, protecting themselves from what is not aligning with what they want with you, or in terms of what they want in a connection. Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. I feel like this person is rushing towards you. There is something that they're working on, so it could be that there's an urgency for them to figure themselves out or figure out their finances prior to coming forward. But this is someone where, in their feelings, what I'm seeing is someone who feels ready to pursue something with you because of something else that they're no longer a part of, or something that they stopped doing. If it's self-sabotage, if it's a negative thinking pattern, someone who's in their own way, that sort of thing, that is something that they're detaching from. And it's aiding them in, moving forward here. I will say with the Five of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Justice card, there is something going on for this person, whether it's legal matters or just conflict in their personal life or with family or social life that they're working through. And it does feel like a difficult energy. But I'm strongly getting, with the Seven of Wands being the closing card, they are putting up some sort of boundaries or guards towards the things that no longer serve them. Ace of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So a new beginning after a period of stagnation or separation here is what I see. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Let's see. The person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have the Tower on the bottom of the deck. Some of you could be thinking of a Scorpio, and the Ace of Swords. An unexpected breakthrough in this connection. Or it could even be unexpected communication with the Ace of Swords. So you have someone here who, there could be a breakthrough, or they're impulsively choosing to reach out to you, but it's definitely something that you're not, expecting here. Something that you don't see coming. Okay. How is this person feeling about Pisces? Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Swords wanted to pop out here. So a shift or a change after a period of stagnation, something feels like it's progressing again. You could be dealing with a fixed sign, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, or a Taurus. The Page of Pentacles, yeah, this is someone who's reaching out to you, whether it's, phone call, message, in person, but it seems to me that it's very unexpected. So it's happening after a period of stagnation. Maybe it's someone that you had some sort of a falling out with, so you did not expect to reconnect with them. But I feel like with the Page of Pentacles being the first card in their feelings, they're very focused on communicating with you. Some of you could be communicating with this person as you're watching my read. Energies are fluid. Knight of Cups. This is an emotional confession, someone opening up their heart or telling you how they feel about you. This is someone who does have a lot of love for you with the Knight of Cups. I think that there's also an energy of admiring the way that you carry yourself, and they could also view you as very emotionally intelligent with that Knight of Cups energy. But I'm strongly getting an incoming message, someone being open about their feelings towards you, and a very unexpected shift in this dynamic. Six of Cups, someone that you have history with. This person views you as home, or there's something that feels like home, or feels like home about this connection. They feel a lot of security, a lot of safety. They feel that they're viewing you in a very nurturing energy here, and they're really missing you. So it is someone that you have history with, or it could be someone that has crossed your mind as of recently, but I don't think that you are expecting them to reach out. Because it's like going from a very withdrawn energy to be feeling ready to communicate or reconcile here. Something of the past in this connection may resurface while you guys are reconnecting. So it could be that there's something about the past that this person is addressing, or something that you're bringing up, which could, lead to a conversation about something that the both of you had to go through. The Knight of Wands. This could be someone who feels like they were very inconsistent with you in the past. It could even be something pertaining to their lifestyle that they felt like was in the way of the both of you attaining some sort of stability together. The Knight of Wands could be like a very spontaneous energy, adventurous, or someone who just like travels a lot or needs to travel for work, but it could cause them to be in an inconsistent energy, or it could cause a lack of stability in a connection here. And I'm viewing this as a very determined individual as well, a very determined energy of I want to, come forward, I want to take accountability or express my emotions. And I strongly feel like this is someone who really, really misses you, and it may have taken them, taken the time apart for them to realize the impact that you have on their life. The Devil. There could be a bit of obsessive thinking, or there could be a particular outcome that this person is obsessing over. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. And what's interesting here, Pisces, is like this person feels that no matter how far they stray away, or no matter the distance between the both of you, they always feel drawn to you. There could be something that feels unhealthy, right? The Devil could, touch on like unhealthy attachments or just unhealthy habits. So that could be something that they're addressing. But they're not, like, even if there's something that feels unhealthy about this connection, they want to work through that with you. They don't want to start new elsewhere. Right? Because Six of Cups is them returning because they can't stop thinking about you, because they still feel connected to you in one way or another. But I will say with the Knight of Wands and the Devil, there is something here that they feel they need to alter when it comes to their lifestyle, or when it comes to their behavior. And this is specifically pertaining to, inconsistency. So whether it is something in their lifestyle, with their lifestyle that's made them inconsistent with you in the past, they are acknowledging that. The Emperor, yeah, taking accountability. I feel like this is someone who wants to, be the one to initiate a conversation here to prove to you that they care. I will say that it could be someone who actually struggles with, showing emotion, and that may be something that you open this person up to, or they feel open to doing so when they are connecting with you. But I will say that it's something they struggle with. Not saying that they're not working through it, but it seems like it's something they struggle with, or they face difficulty doing, like when it comes to the emotional department. The Page of Cups. There may be an age gap between the both of you or children in this dynamic. But this person may feel like their need or desire to be in control has deeply impacted them in the past. Even if it's wanting something to work out in a particular way, right? It could be that they feel like it backfired on them because they don't have control over how something is going to play out. 3 of Swords, the Devil. What's the Emperor? The King of Wands. The Knight of Swords, yeah. This is this spread has unexpected communication written all over it. So definitely reaching out to you, wanting to take accountability. But I will say that with the 6 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and the Devil, something of the past is going to resurface here, specifically when it comes to the consistency levels in this connection or the lack of. So whether it's they're expressing something to you, right? And explaining why they weren't as consistent or what impacted the stability. The Devil and the 3 of Swords could also be something that they're mentally going through or an internal battle that they're bringing to the forefront to address as well. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.